Not a race, okay?
20 minutes left, and I'm done.
Have you finished?
Yes, chef.
Either this guy is the Michael Jordan of challenges already, and he's that good, or this is gonna be really bad.
Kenneth.
Like, who want to eat shit? I don't, do you? Yo, that's like leaving a baby walking around with a shitty diaper on all day and don't even care.
What's up, everybody? And we are back for another episode of Everybody's Talking About It. I am your boy, Mara J, the host of the show. I am joined here, and so gratefully so, to be here with Celebrity Chef Kenny. What's going on, Ken?
Hey, good. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me here.
Of course, man. I'm so glad. I wanted to do this interview for a while because you've done some great things.
Okay.
And we got to talk about it. I get so excited to get Philly on the map and hear that we are doing some crazy things in the city and working with some of the best people out there. And you have cooked for some of the best. And you have showcased your talent even on reality TV and competition shows. Mm-hmm. So I want to get all into that right now.
Okay.
What has been the most rewarding experience thus far on your journey of cooking? You know, whether it be mainstream, if you're doing it for somebody else, whatever. What has been your most rewarding?
My most rewarding is actually opening my own restaurant. Mm-hmm. I actually had the opportunity to do that. Mm-hmm. That was a dream. Actually be a teacher. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm actually a full-time culinary arts teacher at Simon Gratz Master Charter.
Hey, shout out to Simon Gratz.
Yeah, so full-time, so 10th, 11th, and 12th graders. Oh my God! So life of teaching 12th graders, but I actually get to have the opportunity to step back into the high school where I graduated from back in 2001. Now here I go for like full circle, coming back and being a teacher and actually inspiring and working to get the next generation of chefs and stuff coming out of there.
How has that experience been? Are these kids that desire to be a chef, or is there something that, of course, is like a part of the school curriculum, but do you see people with some hidden talent in there, or is it mainly you really are constructing from the ground up?
Well, it's really not a school curriculum.
Okay. Nice.
So we're the only school in Philadelphia in Mastery that have a CTE program, meaning it's Career Technical Education.
Oh, nice. Look at that, Joe.
Yeah, so while they're with us for 3 years, they would they take all their regular classes. They come to us in 10th grade so they can apply for culinary, health tech, or graphic design. And a lot of kids want to be in our class, so they come. So once they graduate, they walk away with 2 industry certifications. They will have a Serve Safe and they will have a NOCTI certification. So pretty much if they choose that they want to go into the culinary field, they already have 3 years of culinary under their belt, and they walk in the door with 3 years worth of experience and 2 industry certifications.
Oh, that's awesome! Yeah, that's really dope. That's good. That's such a great experience because a lot of schools, like you just said, don't offer those kind of resources for people. So that's for children and for youth. So that's definitely amazing. So let's take it back then. Let's go. What got you interested in culinary?
Well, to be honest, let's just say, everybody asks this question and they were like, "Why?" I'm like, I never seen myself, walking down the street, or seeing someone that looked like me growing up in the city in North Philadelphia. I would see, the firemen, the police officers, the teachers, the people that's going to work downtown, your city councilman, but I never seen no one dressed like a baker or a chef. I never knew what they supposed to look like when they was going to work. And, I was raised by my great grandmother. So, even as a kid at the age 6, I used to lay on the floor in the kitchen while she was cooking, and I never seen my great grandmother open up a cookbook.
Wow.
It was always like, you mix this, you mix that, you throw this, you hit this, and it's like she just swaying back and forth in the kitchen. So I'm so in awe of watching this lady in the kitchen, just like, just throwing stuff in there, and the food have always been good.
Wow.
So, let's scratch that, have always been great. So, and I was a little chunky kid growing up, so back in the day, they'd say, yo, he's husky or whatever. But my great-grandmother, she gave me a knife and a potato, and she told me to start cutting, and that's 6.
Okay.
Now, before the Food Network and Chopped and all these other stuff, there was this white lady named Julia Childs
Y'all know her.
that used to come on Channel 12 PBS, and she had this distinct accent, like, oh, you make this, and she made cooking fun.
With the cream and your sugar.
Right, and she made cooking fun, and I was like, oh, I want to do that, but not even thinking,
Yeah.
you know, almost 30-something late years later, I would actually be doing the same thing that I have been watching so many people in my life do forever, and now I'm doing it as a career.
Wow. And I know that must be rewarding. The feeling must be there. Is your great grandmother still with us?
No, my great grandmother passed when I was about 11, so that really kind of devastated me a lot. Pretty much, I still to this day, I never actually physically had the opportunity to mourn her death. You know how someone send you off to school, and then you expect them to come back home to that person, and that person is no longer here.
Right.
Didn't go to the funeral. I didn't want to go. So as a kid, I just didn't want to see her laying in a casket.
Right,
So
get
even
you.
now at 41, never been to the cemetery. Now I've been to the cemetery. I had buried my grandfather in that cemetery. We had buried my grandmother in that cemetery almost 2 years ago. But now I'm like, never had the courage to go to where she's buried at to pay my respects.
Do you feel like that the cooking has just brought y'all together in that way, though? You know, with her not being here?
I am living her legacy, that the prayers that she prayed for me. So when I first opened my restaurant 3 years ago, it was called Esther's Soul Food Kitchen, named after my great grandmother, Esther Smith. So, I wanted to pay homage to her
That's beautiful.
and everything that, she said, because technically, to be honest, she was my Gordon Ramsay, my Julia Childs, my Mario Batali, all the people right there. I'm just watching her. You had the master sitting right there in your kitchen.
Wow. No, that's a beautiful thing, and I can only imagine, how that feels and how it feels now to be able to repay that back to her by still carrying out things that she taught you. What is, well, since we're here, what's your favorite meal that she cooked? Like, what was your, like, if you could think about the one thing that she cooked?
Potato salad, of course, hands down. She was like the best potato salad maker in the world. So I know how to make a potato salad. People are like, oh, I can make grandma potato salad. I'm like, okay, I guess you can, but I can master her stuffing, her smothered pork chops, the chicken. Like pretty much anything that my great grandmother would make, it was always been good. So I really didn't have a favorite. I enjoyed everything.
Everything.
So yeah.
So what would be, now that we're here, starting your restaurant? I understand it's a tribute to her. What made you want to take that leap of faith to open your own restaurant and say, well, I know, first of all, to say that I know that I'm that good to open up a restaurant, that's one. And then two, to say, well, I heard that the hardest business to own is a restaurant, or to be in a food business in general. So what made you want to take that leap of faith?
So everybody has been doing. Well, to be honest, everyone have done it. Some people have mastered at it. Some people haven't. Some people don't have a clue what the fuck they doing, and they still getting by. So I was like, you know what? I actually am a chef. I didn't go to culinary school for it, but I know what the heck I'm doing. I know how to do X, Y, and Z and ABC. So, and it always been a dream. I started a catering business like 15 years ago with $300 in my pocket.
Nice.
Didn't ask nobody for nothing. I just wanted to cook for people, and I started doing that. And then moved to South Carolina like 3 years ago in the midst of the pandemic. And I was engaged at the time, and my ex, had this. He felt like he didn't find my dream, but he was like, "Oh well, we can help turn your dream into a reality." And pretty much in the midst of the pandemic, we opened up Esther's. So it was a former Panera Bread restaurant, full service restaurant. We had a full service coffee shop inside, indoor, outdoor seating, live. So it gave you the idea of going into like a Warren Daddy's, a Miss Tootsie's. But I brought that vibe down south, and that's something they didn't have in South Carolina, especially for black owned.
So what happened?
What?
Esther's.
Which one should I drink first? Let me drink the second one.
Here we go. Now we get into some real shit. Go on. Let's talk.
So what happened with Estes is, and I never told this story to nobody, so you're
hearing it here
have the
first.
exclusive for
Everybody's
yourself.
talking about it.
What happened to Estes? Estes failed because of number one. I tell, and this is go for you, gay, straight, black, white, bi, tri. I don't care who you are. Never put your whole trust in a man or a woman.
Words to live by.
Love, like Eve said it, like love is really blind.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so madly in love that I allowed my partner to take range of the business, and pretty much I dummied myself down. Not, I knew what I was doing. I never opened a restaurant before, but I have managed many restaurants throughout my career, so I know how to run and operate a restaurant. And this guy, the ex, took advantage of my, I guess, celebrityism or whatever the case may be,
We're going
and
to get
ran
into
with it. And Estes failed because mishandling of the money on not my part, on his part. Scheming and scamming. So I walked away. Estes opened up on my great grandmother's birthday 3 years ago on August the 12th. This is 24, 32, 21. So I left September, in November.
Okay.
3 months into the midst of the restaurant opening because I knew my worth.
Okay.
I knew that the people that he started bringing in to the business, that they were not good for the business.
Okay.
So the money got fucked up. You started spending money that you wasn't making money. You giving out money that you wasn't supposed to give out money. And at the end of the day, you got fucked. So Esther shut down because he chose.
No, and I'm sorry about the business. I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry about the business because Esther is still with me. I would take Esther anywhere I want. It may not be a restaurant, but it's still my great grandmother's name.
Yeah.
So you tried to capitalize off of my family's legacy and off of my name and stuff like that and tried to run with it. And now he got the feds and shit knocking at his door.
Now, you heard him say celebritism or his status. And that all came from because he has cooked for some crazy, outrageous names, including Philly's own Patti LaBelle, Sherry Shepherd more recently, and any others that we can name?
Shirley Rouse, Jennifer Lewis,
Jennifer fucking Lewis,
Portia Williams from the Housewives,
nice.
Nene, Major Tank, Patty Jackson. I've been featured on.
Shout out to Aunt Patty.
Fox 29, Good Day, Mike and Alice did some stuff on the show and for them off the show. So, I have made my rounds and, the who's of Philadelphia, and I'm very humble with it. I'm not cocky with it at all because I was
blessing.
It really is.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing opportunity. People only realize that when you know that you've grinded and you worked hard for something. So you won't look at it as being like, okay, I'm being braggy or anything. You just don't know my story of what it took me to get here. And, other things that you've done, competition shows, Chopped, Hell's Kitchen.
Did Chopped. It's so funny because I did Hell's Kitchen. It's like going on like 5-6 years now I did Hell's Kitchen. So I did Hell's Kitchen. That was my first reality show.
So let me ask you this. What was that experience like for you? Were you nervous going in?
Nervous.
Okay. Were you more nervous because of the competition or because of Gordon?
No. I was nervous and scared because I didn't know what the hell I was getting myself into.
Okay.
Just because, ladies and gents, just because y'all see shit on TV doesn't mean that it's so easy. I'm sorry. Hell's Kitchen was hard as hell.
I can imagine.
And it lived up to its name of Hell's Kitchen because technically, mentally, I was not prepared.
Okay.
Physically, I was prepared, but mentally, I wasn't. I was suffering depression. I was on the verge of suicide.
So let me stop you.
Ahead.
Let me ask you. When going in, you said that it was harder. It was hard. What was the initial thing that made it hard? Like, what did you notice? Like, oh, wait, this is not what I expected.
I could have cooked anything on that I could cook the beef Wellington, I could cook the risotto, I could cook anything that man would have probably threw in front of me. I knew that menu in and out. The fact about it is that I didn't know how to play the game at the time because I was too much in my head. And then I was dealing with my own personal stuff prior to coming on the show. That outfit that I had on when the opening thing with that hat and that striped shirt and those cheetah chucks and them green dark hair, I did not pick that out. Production picked that outfit. I hated that darn outfit. While I was up here, looked like a freaking clown. I hated that outfit
wait,
too.
they pick your outfits for you.
Production comes into your hotel, so everybody is flown into Vegas.
Okay.
So we all thinking that we were going to be like flown over to California because that's where Chop is normally filmed at in California.
Chopped or Hell's Kitchen?
I'm sorry, Hell's Kitchen. Hell's Kitchen. So we were flown into Vegas. They put everybody up in your own secret little suites or rooms up in the hotel. And you don't meet none of the castmates, nobody. They deliver your lunch, your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Everything gets delivered.
So you're not allowed to leave the hotel?
You're not allowed to leave the hotel. If you want to leave, you have to call one of production, and they will come and get you and escort you outside like you're freaking Michael Jackson and take you to a secure place or whatever. So I didn't do anything in Vegas until I actually knew that we were going to be in Vegas.
Okay.
So we were actually the first season to actually film outside of California.
Wow.
Yeah.
So in the lead up to it, did you get a chance to? Well, I guess you were eliminated early. If you haven't seen you, how far or the timeline was that from the moment you got to Vegas to when you filmed the first?
I think it was like the next day, if I'm not mistaken. Because when you get there, it's like it's really boot camp. They take away cell phones, watches, read material. They take your ID,
nothing but
your
the
credit
hotel
card. They
TV.
take you everything. You have everything. Well, I think no. I had my iPhone and stuff like that. My phone is up while I was still in the hotel. The day of production, when they come that morning, they come and confiscate everything.
Okay.
They even come and take your luggage.
Wow. Just in case you get...
Well, no. Well, they take everything and they put everything up on set and stuff for you, but they hold on to your ID, credit cards, and your phones, books, read material, because they don't want... This is like freaking culinary.
Y'all are getting a behind-the-scenes scoop of reality.
Well, I could talk about it because I'm no longer under contract anymore.
Right, before a while you couldn't.
Right, so I couldn't talk about it. But yeah, that's it. I got sabotaged by production.
Really?
That whole, I keep on telling everybody, that whole thing with that block of cheese, that was not on that plate when I had plated that plate. They edited my season so bad that I was so mad because I said this did not happen.
Wow.
So they got to build up something or whatever like that for the time, but it is what it is.
Yeah. And you have thrived and stuff without it. How was your interaction with D. Gordon?
Gordon was cool. Actually, once we actually won the first challenge, we actually went to dinner with Gordon Ramsay.
Okay.
So, actually he was like, once the camera started rolling, like, all right, cut the bullshit. Like, what do y'all want to know? So, he did pour some good stuff into us. Definitely when I got eliminated, I tried to give the tough road because I didn't want to cry. I said, I'm not going to cry on national TV.
Did you feel like internally?
I was crying inside, but I think once I got off a set, and we started walking down that infamous the aisle with the picture. And when I went outside, because you have to go talk to production and you talk to a therapist once you get off.
Oh, wow.
I had the therapist crying.
Wow.
Because I was just telling her, he was like, oh my God. I was like, I'm fine. I'm just ready to go home now. Yeah.
So, out of both experiences, Chopped or Hell's Kitchen, what experience did you enjoy more?
I enjoyed Chopped more because it was fun.
Okay.
And I think I was older and I was like, okay, I can do this. I was prepared for Chopped.
Okay.
I already had in my mind, I said, I don't know what's going to be in these baskets, but I knew, I said, if I make it to that dessert round, I was going to hit the ice cream machine first.
So, wait, can I ask you not a personal question, but like a question that maybe people are wondering. Is there more to being able to book those kind of shows outside of just signing up? Do they go off of some type of other criteria other than just you signing up?
So this is anybody. So they're always casting for shows. They're casting now for shows. So I'm in casting for some shows that I can't talk about. So, right. So pretty much there's a million of one of you. There's a million one of me. What makes this Kenny stand out far as every other guy that may have hair like me, that may be black, that may have a similar background. It's always your aesthetic. You know, are you energetic? Are you good for that? They don't want nobody that's going to be boring.
Right.
You know, they want to see the fun. They want your personality to shine. They love rags to riches story. They love you to pour it all out. So for me, it's like, you know, I don't have no skeletons in my family. You know, we are crazy.
So do they do a background check on you for that?
You do a background check. As long as you don't have no criminal and all other carried on, you're fine. But, you know, I don't have none. I've never been arrested before, so I don't know what that type of stuff is. So, I mean, Missy kiss me with that. But, I mean, I'm freaking good TV, I think.
Well, yeah, I would say you were extremely energetic when you came on the show. You were very excited, especially on Hell's Kitchen. I didn't get a chance to see you on Chopped, but I will check some clips out from that. But I did see you on Hell's Kitchen, and you were very, very energetic and very funny and exciting. You were very excited to be there.
They said, all right, give it to y'all.
You was in church. So how much of reality is real to that?
For both shows?
For either or.
Everything that you have seen on Chopped, Hell's Kitchen, I could tell you everything is on is real. Everything you've seen is real. Some things have been edited for TV, but it's real.
Okay.
You go through all that stuff. One of my good friends that was still on the show, he got rushed to the hospital. He had kidney failure.
Wow.
Literally, he almost died on the show.
No.
You know, all that stuff of like when people get sick and hurt, that shit is real.
Yeah.
And it's like you put you under a lot of stress. You have to go through psyche valves. They put you through making sure that your weight is good. Are you this and this and that? It's a lot you go through because it's a lot of pressure. That was that Chop. It was more of a laid back and easy. It was only one. What was it, four of us? Four of us. Yeah, 4 of us. So it's like more laid back. It's like you don't have to worry about all the pomp and circumstances of one day shoot. Pretty much all day. I went in when the sun wasn't even up. When I left the studio, the sun was already gone. So I don't even know what time it was when we left. Yeah, but it was fine.
No, that's good. I'm glad that you've had experiences like that. So out of all of the celebrities or dignitaries that you've been able to cook for or mingle with, who's been your favorite?
Everyone has been my favorite. To be honest, now Sherry Shepherd is my favorite. I love Sherry Shepherd. You know, I'm the biggest Patti LaBelle fan in the world, so I love me some Patti. Got to spend time at Patti house and hang out with Patti. Jennifer Lewis is crazy. Like I don't have a favorite because it's so crazy. Because like not to like get off the top because like you know the Bible said write the vision, make it plain. So like I made a vision board and I made a vision board and a vision book and I said I want to be on the Food Network. That was a picture of the Food Network was on my vision board. I said I wanted to cook for Sherry Shepherd. That's on my vision board. I said I wanted to do more reality shows and be on more TV and start like everything I put on my board is still there. And I didn't make one for this year. Because I said everything that I manifested for almost like a year or so ago, I'm still working off of that vision. I don't want to make another one until I can say I have completed everything on this board.
That's a beautiful thing.
And I was just saying, I'm just looking back, and I was like, even when I had made this thing on Instagram a couple of years ago, it was 4 pictures. It was a picture of OWN, Forbes, Fox, and the Food Network. And out of all the 4 of those pictures, I have been on Food Network, that's Chopped, Fox, that's with Hell's Kitchen, and you know Fox 29 myself. Forbes, it was late last year. I'm a part of Forbes Black.
Awesome.
And only thing left is OWN, the Oprah Winfrey Network. So I said, I just sat there. I was like, wow.
Yeah. That's the beauty.
It's like, wow.
When you are manifesting things and you're watching them happen is one of the most beautiful experiences. To all those out there that's dreaming and going after goals and all of that, you have to manifest it. You have to see it first. You have to see it first.
Right.
Like until it happens. You know what I'm saying? So that is admirable. I am so proud.
Thank you.
That is so dope. And your experience and your story that goes along with it is definitely inspiring from, your great-grandmother's recipes and you carrying them all to the next level and even standing in the face of adversity with the restaurant business and then even being a trooper. You didn't, make it to the top of the competition show, but you were still a part of it. You got a
Right.
great lesson learned. So what's next? What do you want to do next? You know?
Oh my God. I want to keep on checking stuff off my vision board.
Mhm.
I told like my students think I'm famous. They think
Because you are.
they
That's
think
a
I'm
big
living in
thing.
this big old giant penthouse somewhere.
That's a big
and,
deal.
They think that I'm so rich. And I'm like, look, I'm far. I ain't gonna say it because I'm rich, but I'm not. I
You're
don't
supposed to
feel.
say it.
I don't feel famous.
No, but you know what? That keeps you grounded too. You know, I always say it's always a good thing when you have some type of humility, when you still feel like, you know, I want to be a part of the regular people. I want to teach.
Right.
I want to reach out to those because it keeps you at a level where you don't, you know, let it go to your head because you've been on TV or because you know these people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a beautiful thing too. So, but before we wrap up a little bit, I wanna play a little something with
You
you.
have a game.
Yeah, a little questionnaire.
Nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy.
Okay, let me.
This is just more vocal. I don't want to mess up nothing over here. So I got this thing where you know there's been some debates about food. So I
Okay.
wanted to get your take on these
Okay.
foods and see what you think. First one, do you believe that sugar goes in grits?
If sugar goes in grits, we are not friends. Sugar does not belong in grits.
Well, I guess we're not friends.
Okay.
You would hate me.
Okay. Everything to my heart and to our
To all
ancestors.
y'all, am I wrong? Do sugar go in grits?
Sugar does not go in grits.
Sugar
Grits
goes
supposed
in
to have
Josh, do sugar go in
salt.
grits?
Oh my God, y'all not black. Well, y'all no sugar. Not sugar. Salt, pepper, butter, and cheese.
I don't mind that
That's
either.
it. I don't
But I
want
do like sugar
well,
in my
eat cream
grits.
of wheat and oatmeal.
I do like those too. But
Okay,
it's
so
nothing like
don't mess up the grits.
it's nothing like a grit
Oh my God.
with a little bit of sugar. Somebody out there feel me. What about ketchup on eggs?
I like ketchup. I'm not a ketchup fan anymore. For real, as a kid, I used to love ketchup, and I tell people when you get older, your taste buds start
To
changing.
change. I know
I
somebody
don't
that don't
like
like ketchup
ketchup.
anymore.
I don't like ketchup anymore. I used to love ketchup with some good cheese eggs. You got me coughing. I was like,
Somebody told I used to eat ketchup on my eggs, but I no longer like the taste of it. When I was a little kid, my cousins they taught me about eating ketchup on my eggs, and I never ate it again. I don't really
well,
like it.
I used to love it. I don't even own a bottle of ketchup.
So all y'all did ketchup on your eggs. Side eye. What about well done steaks?
If you eat a well done steak, you don't know how to eat a steak.
Eat a steak. I
Okay,
agree. Well done steaks are
you
disgusting.
should not be eating shoe leather. The table should not be moving when you're cutting your
Cutting
steak.
your steak.
Okay, the steak's still supposed to have the juice in it. So if you're going to get a steak, I tell people just
Medium
get it
well.
medium or medium well.
I
Do
get
not
medium
order
well.
a well done steak.
I get medium well.
Okay.
Black people, we like me.
I don't know
black
why
people like
black
well
folks
done steak
love everything burnt
because
and
they don't want to
overcooked.
see no pink.
But my whole thing is some things supposed to have pink, like
They supposed
salmon.
to have
I don't
pink.
want no overcooked salmon.
You're not supposed to because it
Thank
makes
you.
it dry and
Thank
all
you.
of that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Here we go. Cream cheese and baked macaroni.
It's doable.
Yeah, I do cream
I
cheese
mean,
in my baked macaroni.
I have done it.
Have done it or do you do it?
I have done it.
Do you do it?
I mean, I can. I mean, it's not one of my.
Is it your regular?
It's not one of my regular. But see, the thing about cream cheese is that people add cream cheese into their macaroni and cheese to keep their macaroni and cheese creamy. But see, I know the tricks and the trade of it. I could teach you one day how to do a good macaroni and cheese without adding all the extra stuff like this. Some people have to make a roux, like make flour and stuff like that. I don't do none of that. So, we can do something one day on the next little time. I could come back and I could show you how
I would love to.
make a
We're
perfect
going to
macaroni and
sit down
cheese.
and with Chef Kenny, Celebrity Chef Kenny, and we're going to do a macaroni.
Yes.
So how many cheeses do you use for your macaroni?
I do about just 7 to 8 different types of cheeses.
You're like a Patty LaBelle. She does about 8.
Yeah,
She said she
yeah,
does about 8 cheeses
yeah.
first. Do you do mozzarella?
No.
Okay.
And I don't do Velveeta either.
You shouldn't.
I know.
No,
I don't do this.
you
I don't
shouldn't
do
do Velveeta.
imitation cheese.
Yeah, don't do Velveeta. What about sugar and spaghetti?
I don't eat spaghetti.
Okay.
And sugar don't belong to spaghetti.
Another thing I disagree
Like
with.
why sugar? Why y'all putting sugar in y'all spaghetti?
Sugar bag.
Please, I just had this conversation with some of my students the other day.
Sugar
Why sugar? Why is sugar going in your spaghetti? Now, I want answer that. Why is sugar going in your spaghetti?
Because it gives it like a little bit of a You know,
Are you making your sauce from scratch? Like,
who the fuck makes their sauce?
okay,
from scratch?
so and let's help the people out, folks. When you're going to the market and you're buying jars of spaghetti sauce, which probably every American person do.
Okay.
And I think black folks, we eat more spaghetti than
Then a little bit.
Italians.
Then we need to.
So when you go down the grocery
Because
store
it's a cheap
aisle,
meal. It's something that you can last for a couple days.
look on the back of your jar, and it says sugar. They already have added the sugar into your spaghetti for you guys, so you don't have to add more sugar on top
But you
of
might
the sugar.
want to.
You're not cutting no acidity out of it because you ain't making it from scratch. All that stuff have all the preservatives that's already for this jars could be shelved like, oh my God, I gotta help the people. Oh my God.
Does mustard go on a burger?
I mean, if you want to.
I put mustard on a burger. I like
don't.
mustard. A lot of people.
I don't. I love mayo on my burger.
I do too. I do mustard, mayo, and ketchup.
And a double egg.
In it?
No,
or
so
on it?
I love a good turkey burger, but like especially at a cookout.
No, wait, go back. Would you put mayo on a double egg?
So I put mayo on my bread.
Oh.
Yeah, and then
So you put the double egg on the burger.
And I take the devil egg and put it right on top of my turkey burger and smash it and just eat it, especially at a cookout.
We might have to try that.
It's actually good. It's actually good.
Dipping French fries into a milkshake.
Yes, I've done that in college.
Do you do it today?
I don't do milkshakes
at all.
But at all, I don't do milk. I don't do whole milk. I don't do milkshakes. I would do it, but I'll be paying a price for it later. But dipping fries in mayo is the best.
You're like the third person I heard say that.
Mayo is so good.
Maybe yeah. More peanut butter or more jelly?
All depends on what type of peanut butter it is.
Oh God, chunky, creamy.
I love creamy, so
Nutty.
I like a balance. I don't own jelly or peanut butter in my house because I don't eat it. But if I have that childhood craving for a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I love an Uncrustable.
So now you lost me with that. Those are disgusting.
They are actually good.
Y'all worked in schools too long. People that work in schools.
I don't have nothing to do with the school lunch program. I don't think they serve it to our high school kids. But it's so good. You take it and put it in the air fryer real quick.
Oh, you want to cook it?
Yes. Oh my God.
So have you ever? I watched somebody make this girl on Instagram or on Facebook. I was watching her make a homemade peanut butter and jelly
from scratch. Yeah, I don't have. She had too much time on her hands.
Too much time on
I'm not doing all that for her. No.
When I tell you, she made the bread. Mm-hmm. She made the jelly.
Yeah.
She made the peanut butter. Mm-hmm. I said, she said, watch me make my boyfriend lunch.
Okay.
And literally spent 3 hours making a peanut butter jelly.
Yeah, because I would have probably went to the store and got me a loaf of bread, some peanut butter jelly, came back and made a damn.
And she made the thick bread. Mm-hmm. You know, like the look like French bread, whatever. Pineapples on pizza.
I'm not a fan of a good Hawaiian pizza. It's supposed to be this Hawaiian, so I'm not opposed to it. I mean, to me, that's not me.
I think it's disgusting.
I mean, to each his own. People put pineapples on ham. Ham is on Hawaiian pizza. So pretty much you eating ham and pineapples on pizza.
But I'm good.
Okay.
Anywho, Oreos dipped in milk.
Oh, that's old school, yes.
But why though? Who wants a fucking soft cookie?
It's not that soft. You only dunking it. You're not letting it sit there.
Oh, I seen people watch it float.
Well, I don't want it float in the thing like you taking a bath. I mean, to each his own. But now you eating Oreo cereal. I mean, I was an advocate of taking some Oreos and dunking them in some milk while you watch a little TV. Whatever. That's a good.
I mean, it was a good childhood memory, but as you get older, because I was watching this debate where people say, "How do you eat your Oreos? Do you just eat them whole? Do you split them in half? Do you lick one side?"
I used like to pop it open, lick one side, put it back together, then dunk it, then eat it. That was my thing.
Oh,
okay.
Yo, this was good. I mean, and I learned so much in this time, and even knowing about the reality and the real versus fake from the TV shows, because it's like so many different competition shows out there. Right. If you could do another cooking show, which one would you do? Oh, let me ask you this: do you bake, or do you just cook?
I do bake. Okay. I'm not a baker. Mm-hmm. I can bake cakes
So you
and
couldn't do
pies.
like cake wars?
I know that's
'Cause
not my ministry.
I love cake wars.
That's not my ministry. And I wanted to do worst cook in America. I'm not a worst cook,
Right.
but I just want to go
You
on
just
that
wanna
show
go there
just to
and
go
see.
on there. I want to do Guys Grocery Game. I want to do Supermarket Stakeout. I want to go back to Chop.
Uh-huh.
I will go back on Hell's Kitchen if they have like an All Star.
Okay.
I would do something like that. So I mean, I do want to. And I want to do more reality.
Well, in your case, all fails.
Huh? What? All fails what? No. And or they could do something like all of them got eliminated first.
Yeah.
That way. I mean, it's a lot of us.
The first eliminated. Come on, Hell's Kitchen.
But,
Because it was 28 seasons?
Yeah, I want to do something, and I was season 19.
Yeah.
But I want to do something like I want to go on a Circle on Netflix.
Oh, I do too.
I do want to go on the Circle.
I think I would be good on the Circle.
Yeah,
I
would
be great on the Circle.
And I want to do. It's a lot.
I even want to do Dating Naked.
Oh, but I just got an email. They asked me to do what's that one? The one with the matchmaker thing that comes on OWN. So like the Black Bachelor.
Oh yeah, I get what you're talking about.
I was like, but I don't care. They need to come out with a gay dating show or like a reality show, something like that. I'll be good for TV.
No, I think I would be good on reality TV too. I just don't want to do like Zeus.
Okay. I love you, Bobby Purr.
Let me leave that alone. Let me ask you this: who outside of Julia Child, who are some of the chefs and cooks out here right now that you look toward? Darius Cooks, maybe.
This water is exceptionally good. Oh my god, it's so good. I think I need to drink this. Next question.
No,
I don't want to be sued or slandered on social media, so I will keep my comments to myself. I will keep my comments to myself.
We just talking.
I will keep my comments to myself.
I wonder if Darius really can cook. No, let me give some really credit to where it's due though. Rashida, I went to Frost Bistro in Atlanta.
Okay.
I really, really enjoyed my experience.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been?
I haven't.
You have to go.
Okay.
It was really, really dope. I went to Atlanta last year during the Renaissance concert, and I went to eat at Rashida and Kirk from Love and Hip Hop. They have a restaurant called Frost Bistro in Atlanta. If you've ever been, service was top notch.
Mm-hmm.
The food was delicious. I
hear a butt coming on.
No. It wasn't a butt. The reason why I said I wanted to shout her out is because I know, like when we brought up before, when people brought up the food game and how hard it is to have a business in the food industry and how hard it is to maintain a business. And I started to like really, really look at it like with these celebrities that just kind of slap their names on products or, get out here.
It's a lot of whitewashing.
Yeah.
A lot of these products, like you can whitewash products all day long, and a lot of these not your products. So you just put your name on something just to sell it. I mean, I want to, actually be hands on if I ever if that opportunity falls into my lap for me to do cookware, whatever. I want to give you, I want to be hands on with it, like Rachel Ray when Patti LaBelle had her cookware out there.
Rachel Ray got food and dog food.
Well, I had some Rachel Ray pots and pans, and they were some of the best pots. Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could be the next Marie Gallagher. You ever thinking about getting your own, like, frozen stuff?
I think I haven't thought about it. I mean, it's always a good option.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I need to finish conquering the game when I need to get this cookbook out of here. I should have been.
Yeah. Are you working on it?
I'm working on it, but it's like one thing about the cookbook and as far as cooking is that I can get in the kitchen all day long and cook without either looking at a cookbook or recipe. But if you want people to cook like you and make your dish just like you, you have to make sure that everything is measured. So it's the science that go into it. And I think a lot of people who write cookbooks, some people may not take the much time as to get the measurements right or whatever, because I see myself looking at some cookbooks and I was like, why are you only putting a half a stick of butter or something that could have been called. Or why are you substituting butter for margarine?
Mm-hmm.
Who wants oil in their food? Use butter. So it's like, I just want to make sure that everything is authentic, precise, so you can never come back and say, well,
You
why
know what
mine didn't look good?
I want to do what you feel cookbook, like where somebody makes a cookbook where it's not like it's not as explicit as like, okay, I need 2 cup of tablespoons of this, 2 teaspoons of this. I want somebody to say, put in how much you feel.
But you can't do that to a lot of Americans. I ain't gonna say Americans. A lot of us, us as America, we can't. A lot of us can't cook.
Right.
Still have people that are grown who have children
who cannot
cook.
Yeah, I know.
Who are scared of green peppers and onions. Who are scared of salt and pepper.
I know.
So I don't want to come to your home if your food is bland.
Or if you only are using salt and pepper, why don't you try something different? Like, you got people that don't use seasoning salt, some people that don't use barbecue seasoning, some people that don't use garlic powder. Stop using salt and pepper. Let's try, cooking with some other food.
Right. And salt is just an enhancer to the dish. So you have all this stuff. You only enhancing the flavor. That's why they have some accent that you can add to it. But I want to help people be able to cook. So a lot of people want to make macaroni and cheese. They wonder why. Why is my macaroni and cheese dry? Or why did it come out? Or they swear they had the best macaroni and cheese. But I want them to be able to feel comfortable saying, I can follow. And some people just can't follow directions.
That's true.
So you give them the tools,
and they don't even use
it. So here you go.
I got you. Well, listen, I appreciate you coming through, Celebrity Chef Kenneth.
Thank you. I done traveled all this way. Do I win a car? Do I get some type of
You get a car. You get a car. You get a car. You get a car. No, but what we going to do, I want to have you back because I want to cook with you. I really want to. I want you to show me. I want you to show the audiences. I'm going to have, maybe a guest co-host come through and you can teach us how to cook together.
So how about, I guess, when you go on the road or something, you could come to my house and we can do it.
Let's do it.
In my case, so we can travel on down the road.
I would love to join your kitchen.
We can go in here and we can
I would love to
cook. But you're going to have to cook too as well. You have to get
I'm
into
down because I like to cook. I'm good with it. You good with it?
Good.
I appreciate it.
Because I love to teach.
Listen, go follow. Give them your socials out there. Tell them where to follow you at so they can keep up with you.
Yes, so go on Instagram, D Chef Kenny, TheeChef Kenny. And Facebook, Kenneth J. McDuffie, right there, pops right on up.
Trust me, and if you got any type of streaming services, look up Hell's Kitchen, look up Chopped, tune in, catch up on those. I'm going to post some clips and all that, some links for you to be able to peep it and check it out and do all that before we go ahead and get in the kitchen with Kenny.
Yes.
All right, y'all, we out. We going to see y'all next time. It's been up.